Hey everyone, it's Shoayb and welcome to the live update of Crypto Affairs. It's 27th of April 2023, 8 a.m. in the morning, and we're gonna have a discussion on what's happening in the market, how the things are looking at, and what just happened a couple of hours ago. A lot of people been really cocky about it. Are we going towards uh, 35k, or are we going back down to 25k? So it was pretty much going on, a dilemma in the market. And what I can see at this point, I'm just in front of the charts right now. What I can see is both sides been shaken off. It was a violent shake off, and now we have to determine where the market is headed. All right, so we had our setup here on the 3 hour chart, and the reason behind that was simple, as discussed in the live video, that we were having the three tap setup here. The liquidity was pretty much grabbed there, and the next liquidity was lying at 30,564. Now I'm just gonna give you the main cause of this drop. No matter what you are hearing uh, on Twitter, and like whoever you follow and what charts do you see, I'm just gonna give you the most uh, you know rational thing what just happened about this scenario, and why the Bitcoin dropped so sharply in just couple of in just a matter of minutes. I'm just gonna give you the analysis on that, so be with me. All right, so we had our three tap setups here. Okay, and then we started to move up because we had our liquidity at around mid 30,500, and it was just swerving at these 200, 300, 400 levels. All right, sometimes the orders were shifting at 30,000 and then coming back to 30,500. So there's no such thing as a fixed liquidity. If you are going with the dynamic market, you gotta deal with that. The liquidity is always moving, so you have to keep an eye apart from the price action itself. So we were observing that ever since we were in this scenario, in this region at early 27,000, and we almost tapped the equal lows here. So what just happened here? The only thing, the very simple thing just happened. This liquidity moved at this point, just $500 below than that, and the sharp drop was same as we already observed back in. I'm gonna show you here. I think it was 14th of March, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it was there. The same thing happened here, and the government, the news came out is the government just sold all their BTCs and all that, and you're having some violent shakeoffs and all that. It's all just bullshit. It was bound to happen because BTC were moving, was moving pretty much in 90-degree angle, and it has to correct itself. So this was the 14th of March, and now the news backing up this stuff is that, oh, the MTGOX wallets back from like 2011 and 2012 just got activated, and they just sell off. Well, potato, however you want to put it. The thing is that, okay, you got to see what the market is telling you. Simple is that we had our orders at 500, and it was moving like this for this entire like 2 3 days, and suddenly when we saw the impulsive move here, the $400 candles, remember that I already told you in the last update. I even posted the screenshot in mentoring launch. We're gonna see if we don't broke, like literally don't break this support, we're gonna be seeing, like, whether you go for a 15-minute chart or an hourly chart, a $400 candles from here. And this just happened. This liquidity suddenly moved up, and then boom, BTC coming back down and literally completing this entire, you can say, the bearish harmonic here. Here's your X point, your A, your B point, your C point, and that's your D point. That's an internal harmonic from tip to literally tip to tip, and then it just went back, literally coming back to the B point, and also it's really rare to see when it come back, it extends its step towards the C point also. So this just happened technically. As I look on the chart, simply the order just moved, and that's the only sole reason. No matter whoever is saying that, they all got literally whips out there. So yeah, pretty much sorry about that. So I had this personal trade running on Ethereum. At 1962, I almost booked it here. I think it was 1961 or something. I already booked it here, and it was almost a top. You can see here, the top was at 1964. So I booked at around here, and I was pretty happy with that. And the range was simple as per the BTC. We had our lower lows were creating. We had this range, and there's a deviation, and then it went up, and all good. So whoever even longing this setup with having their assets below this point or below this range, like, oh, it's not gonna coming back to hit my SL, I'm just gonna good to go towards like 2000 and $2500. Well, this is how you don't literally manage your risk, because you got to move your stop loss, you got to secure your open side. So I had my stop loss and I was pushing it really aggressively. My stop loss was at around 1930s, but at this point I was like, okay, this harmonic is about to complete. I'm done with this. I'm gonna book it, and I booked on the market price at 1964, and I was pretty much okay with that. So I had this run. It just gave me at around, you can see here, 6.5% on the spot. So I'm pretty happy with that. Other setup that I'm gonna discuss is EOS. Well, we started this position with the zero point 0.5 at around here, then we DCA'd it, pushed our entry towards this level, and then the final DCA was at 1975. Oh, sorry, 0.975, right at this bottom. All right, so the position got DCA'd. We were in like 1.8% in total, speaking purely about myself, because this is how I was projecting in the mentoring launch. And then our entry come back to 0.22, 1.022, and it was already closing profit. And for those who are still open in that, they are still running in profit, so all good. The reason that I booked it here, because if I look at the weekly chart, we just broke the structure here, and I think we may go also. I'm just removing this entire analysis here. The reason is that because we are having this huge bearish engulfing candle here, and the other candle is also testing the support back of the 6th of March. So I think it might go back down to the 845 levels at around here. So this is the reason that I booked it here. Well, it was pretty safe for me because I was only in about 1.8%. My liquidity is pretty much zero. I was all okay with that, but why not getting a better entry instead of booking your profits in and so on. So it's all about how you adapt, and you don't just stick with your bias like, okay, I just bought it here, I'm gonna sell it here no matter what happens. Well, the market is dynamic, and you have to understand that you have to adapt accordingly, and you have to move according in a direction of a market, not against it. All right, so that's what's happening. So if I look at the Ether and BTC chart, this is really important. I guess we should come back after having a review of BTC dominance. The dominance is still rising. Our highest point is at 49.10, and we are still at the rising trend so far. And the altcoins are pretty much recovering. It's not something you can say, okay, my altcoins are pretty much bullish, I'm gonna jump in and whatsoever. Well, you're not gonna do that. All right, what you're gonna do, you have to wait until you see uh, the market it just retracing. You see the USDT dominance. All right, the money is getting out of the market, and then it just violently get injected. And when you look at the total, you can see you were pretty much sitting at 1.2 trillion, and then $100 billion just taken off the market. So of course it will gonna have an impact so violently on a BTC. So of course it will gonna have an impact on the altcoins too. So just wait for a little retracement, and then you are in for a mini rally, you can say, because the dominance is about to settle up really soon. It will not gonna go like this. So if you talk about the Bitcoin may range at 29,400, 29,600. It may range out, and the dominance will gonna start to go up, go down, and then you're gonna be seeing the rally in the altcoins. All right, so that's what's happening with the altcoin rally. Those who were asking me like whether we should buy the coins or not, is it the right time? Well, the right time is when you see the alt's about to bleed, the Bitcoin is about to stabilize, then you can enter in your favorite setups, keeping of course your risk managed. So now coming back to the Ethereum and Bitcoin chart. All right, so I think it was all tested before. I'm gonna remove, this is my 3 hour chart, so I'm gonna remove this previous analysis. I'm gonna go with the fresh one here. Right, so we have our support here. It's pretty on the low side, but still I'm gonna mark it here. All right, and if I'm gonna check the fib, we are in for the range here. So the 0.5 is aligning with this high of 13th of April, so I'm gonna keep it. Okay, now I'm gonna move towards the 3 hour chart, and just as a pure giving my technical opinion is that once you break the structure like this, I'm talking about not the price structure but as the Fibonacci structure. If you go back like at zero, breaching the 0.5, well, you can go back and retest it, and then you see whether you should go down or go up. So the one thing is pretty much clear is that you grab the liquidity from here. All right, you were grabbing this demand from here, and now you're bound to kind of go up at retesting these levels. I'm gonna remove this line so clear any confusion. Well, it shows the Ethereum will gonna recover, okay, and the other altcoins will also gonna recover, which also aligns with the fact that dominance is gonna be cooling off, the Bitcoin dominance, and then arts will gonna pop a bit. So this is what's happening with the Ethereum and BTC chart. So it's kind of bullish here if it stays and do not lose the support. It looks pretty bullish to me in this scenario. It just from this kind of move from here at around like 1 or 2%, it will gonna go back and retest it one way or another. So we got to see what's happening in there. All right, so Ether just claimed the previous range again, went up as high as close to 1. Well, the range is entirely completed as soon as it hits the 0.5, coming back down, retesting the 0 point and all this deviation here, coming back up the 0.5, and suddenly spiking out and staying above than that. So we got to see how Ethereum will gonna be acting in the London session around you can say if you're gonna talk about like Pakistani time, we're gonna be looking at it around 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. and then it will clear out some range. So this is what's happening. Let it settle a bit. Do not jump in, try to catch an eye fare. You will get the chance, but well, if BTC decides to do the another shake off, you're gonna be ripped regardless. So always let the market move its play, let them play its move first, and then you kind of enter along with it, either with it or either against it, however you want to trade. So let it play its move first, and then you're gonna see how the things are turning out. So I'm just waiting here for a bit. I'm just gonna clear this range because it's already validated. All right, I'm gonna clear this range. Well, this liquidity is already been moved dynamically, and uh, pretty much we are already seeing the sell off here. So I'm also gonna remove this one. The only thing valid in this chart is the order block at around 32K and the equal lows here. So we are pretty much hovering at this point, right? So the fib will not gonna work here, because if you say okay, I'm gonna grab this bottom, I'm gonna grab this top, and then you're gonna see something like that. Well, this candle already validated this entire structure, so the fib will not gonna work either. Let's have a look on a 15-minute chart. We are still ranging on 0.5, close to it. All right, this is my high of 29,700, this is my low of 29,200. We are still ranging here, so wait for a bit and let the range develop before we do something about it. All right, so that's what's happening. Now I'm gonna coming back to your questions. Agree2 is asking, does the chart were about this dumpy? Well, not initially when we were having this PA, and when we were sitting at this range. But I was pretty okay with this impulse also, because I was expecting, okay, it will gonna give us the 400 $500 candles, slide move, then move up, and then move up, slide move, and then this drop. This drop was quick, but of course it was expected, because you were creating a bearish harmonic. You have to come back here to, validate this B point. So it it was supposed to come. But talking about this violence and all that, well, I don't really give a damn if it's violence or like literally a bleeding extending over a week. It doesn't matter to me, because I'm just looking at the targets. I'm not looking at the time of it, because once it's time bound, well, you got to be, make sure of your technical analysis that it will gonna be validated, and you don't just hope and wish as per the passing time. Like some people start to get the delusions, like their TA is not correct and the liquidity is screwing them up. Somebody is deliberately out there messing up with their charts. Well, it's not something like that. You just got to wait, you just got to play it out. If it's playing out real quickly, voila. If it's not, just wait for it. All right, so this was the reason, the way we came down, the B point here and the C point here. All right, this is your actual C point. This candle here, it got validated, and this was your B point. This is also validated. All right, so it's pretty clear. I'm talking about this harmonic though. Those who don't understand, I'll be releasing the video soon, so don't worry about that. I'm talking about this harmonic. This is your B point, this is your C point. All right, this one. So that's how it is. All right, can you check OMG USDT? Okay, I'm gonna have a look here. I'm really messed up, to be honest. That's why I'm doing my lives in the odd times. Uh, the kid is sick. I'm not been really able to sleep for like last, I don't even know. I'm just losing the count here. Chandrat maybe or something. So excuse my some blabbering. All right, so let's have a look on the OMG chart. That's the previous analysis. I'm gonna remove this one. Let's have a, it's been a while since I've checked this. All right, we have our support here, around here. We have our support at 1.005. I'm gonna mark the support here. I think it's already tested. Yes, it's already tested just by the wick, and our resistance is currently lying at this point. All right, not resistance, but I'm gonna call it the IBUS. Well, I really can't take the rest, because my biggest enemy is my own mind and my thoughts. So I wish I could take this advice. All right, so we are making the lower lows here. FLTE crypto, those the guy who asked me, well, we are making the lower lows here. I'm gonna go towards the 3-hour chart. You can see clear lower lows here. All right, we just tap the support, and we have to wait till it stabilizes here, and then it will gonna smack the second time, and then it will start to move up. And once it's stabilized over the IBS, we will all be good to go towards this level at this point. All right, at 1.488. So this is how it is. So I don't usually project the charts, but if it's, you can see the tapping of this, the grabbing the liquidity from the current support from 1.005, you will be all good to go towards the IBOS, reclaiming this, and then the second point will be 1.488. All right, so that's how about the OMG. Okay, so Ahmed Raza is asking me about the Link USDT. Link USDT, okay. Link again retap this value. If I already explained this in my last analysis, we had our daily, it bounced from it, and then I told you this is going to be the high and this value will going to be low, so we will be testing the 0.5 again. All right, and then moving back up, retesting it. If this line's supposed to hold, it will be go up, or else it will gonna be breaching it down, testing the daily again. So it just happened literally in a chronological order. So link will gonna be doing some chop here at in this range. Once it stabilizes, I think it will gonna be retesting this 6 point, like the under $7 value again. Once it's able to do that, then we'll be moving towards the 7.4, 7.5 level. So this is how it is. Okay, please check DYDX. My liquidation is 2.82. Do you see catching up to that level anytime soon, or shall I close it in loss? I usually don't like give my analysis based upon your trades in live, but I'll have a look here. DYDX is really an aggressive coin. My liquidation level is 2.82. I think you should tell me what's your entry. Your liquidation shouldn't be this close. Your liquidation is here. But if you look at this chart, this was your high, or even if you consider this was your high, this was your low, you saw this 0.5, then moving back up, rejecting from it, and the liquidity is being tapped, the resistance is being tapped like once, twice, thrice. So I think your liquidity shouldn't be disclosed at 2.8. Just giving a benefit of doubt, because the market, either if it goes up, you will be pretty much screwed there. So I guess you should take the SS and send Mustafa the condition, and then we're gonna have a look and guide you if you want to you have to hedge or something. And okay, if that's your break even, then it's fine, it will gonna come back, don't worry. I was pretty worried about the liquidation. Okay, that's fine, don't worry about that. INJ chart. Okay, INJ is the last one, then we're gonna be winding this session up. If you're liking this, please like and share this video, and if you're not on my Telegram group, do make sure to join it, because that's free. You're gonna be getting the quick updates whatsoever what's happening. I don't pretty much force anyone to come and join the mentoring lounge and all that. Well, if you're happy outside in your 174,000 groups giving you like 2 or 3 way calls, it's up to you. But if you genuinely want to understand the market and literally take that fear and panic out of your heart whenever you are in trade, well, you have to come back and see what's happening in the mentoring launch. We are constantly evolving, we are constantly changing our methods, and it's up to you, man. Seriously, it's up to you. Okay, please tell me. Okay, you have shorted the INJ. If I'm gonna take this bottom and this top, INJ is pretty much bound to come back at this level. Oh shit, this level is already tested here. Wait a minute, I'm gonna see. This FVG is not tested, and neither is 0.5. I think it will gonna range here a bit. It's pretty choppy at this point at 15-minute chart. It will gonna range here a bit and then swipe up, and then it will gonna come back down. So that's how it is. Position liquidity is 9.3. Should I DCA or wait? I don't think you should DCA because you are too close. 9.3 is literally at this top, so you shouldn't be DCing here because you are pretty much close to your liquidity also. So wait for a bit, let it cool down, it will gonna come back. Because if you see, this is the Bart Simpson pattern. It was being like literally sideways. Everybody who shorted here was DCing at this point, and the literally take you off, shift the zone of trade from here to there, and literally liquidates you, and then it comes back down here. So this is what's happening. So people are also considering, okay, should I DC here and or wait? Well, it will gonna come back and retap this level, and then it will gonna come back down. So that's what's happening on the INJ. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, and I really enjoyed talking to you. At this point, again, excuse my voice and my uh, whatever you wanna say, the mood, because I'm really up and I'm really, my head is not in my place. So uh, that's all about it, and I'm gonna be posting the charts and I'm gonna be updating you, so don't worry about that. And the thing is that let the range develop. The main conclusion is that let the range develop, and then we're gonna see, okay, if the BTC went up, we'll be marking our levels, we'll be marking our liquidity, because the liquidity is all over the place. Nothing much is going on even on the exo charts, and whatsoever you wanna look at it, or whatever you're hearing on the Twitter city and whatsoever. The thing is pretty simple. We are yet to develop a range, but the bias, the general bias, as if we look at the dominance and all that, is towards the minor recovery. So wait for it, let it develop, and then we're gonna enter or jump into new setup. So don't worry about that. Take care of yourself, and I'm gonna see you soon. All right. So yeah, don't let the market surprise you. Allah Hafiz.